So hello everyone. Yeah, I've been away from my place in Jamaica for the last 3 or 4 months, so I've been posting a video for a while. I do get a lot of requests, so for this time, for the next couple of months, I'm going to make a concerted effort to upload as much information as I possibly can. So the first videos I'm going to post is the Shaolin. You know, Shaolin was is my root style. It's the first system that I studied, Northern Shaolin Tension Path. That was brought to the US by Grandmaster Willie Lin and made popular by his senior disciple, Grandmaster Dennis Brown. If you're in the East Coast, you know about Shaolin, Wu Shu, and Capital Classic, right? So that's my root style. And later on, I made transition to Chang, Chuan, Bagua, Tai Chi, Xingyi, and so forth. So we're going to do some Shaolin videos. Shaolin from A to Z. Now, keep in mind, when I'm posting information, this does not replace classes. In order for you to really, martial art is a system where you have to have physical exchange. So you need to be in a class, you have to be in a school, you have to have an instructor to work with. So these videos that I post does not replace your class. You see, these should only be used as a form of reference. They in no way can replace interactive training. So I just want to get that clear so that we have an understanding. On my page, you get information. It no way replaces your class time. You have to be in class. You have to be. It's good to have a good instructor to work with. All right. Every system of martial art is good. So let's have that understanding. Every system is good. Karate, Taekwondo. It doesn't matter. As long as you have a good foundation, that's what's important. All right? Now, what I would like to do is cover fundamentals. I'm not interested in fighting. I'm not interested in sharing a lot of fighting techniques. If you notice on my page, I very seldom put that up because that's a false sense of security. I do not study martial art for fighting. I study it for health, longevity. A lot of times people will come and say, well, I'd like to see it in real life situation. My real life situation is good health, healthy state of mind, balanced disposition. You know, if you say you know all this martial art technique, you can fight and you can do all this stuff and you die of a heart attack, were your martial art any good? When you approach training, it's good to approach it as a way of life. That's what martial art is. A little bit balanced. Help you to be peaceful, right? That's where I'm coming from. So please keep that in mind when I'm uploading videos. All right? I want to make sure that you get the proper foundation of the understanding of what martial art is. Martial art was never about fighting. It was about living healthy and balanced. No one can be good all the time, but we can strive, to be better. So that said, let's have a discussion. Let's get some understanding. Now, if you train, the first thing you want to do is make sure you adhere to principles. All right? Let's discuss the first principle. Any combat system can be broken down into 3 areas: target, weapon, method of delivery. Right? You have to have a target. You gotta have a weapon. You gotta have a method by which you deliver that weapon. All these different systems of martial art, whether it be karate, jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, what have you, they're talking about method of delivery, how they deliver the weapon. Whether they train their long-range weapon, short-range weapon, middle-range weapon, if there's grappling, it's still method of delivery. Let's discuss the weapon, all right? The arms are considered your middle-range weapon. That's your mid-range. Your legs are your long-range weapon. Elbows, knees, short-range weapon. Head, shoulders, hip, close range weapon. in order to have longevity, you want to approach the martial art properly, right? Now, first weapon, the fist, right? In Shaolin, the style I study, there are 3 different fists we use. The first one, we call this the ram's head, right? Now the ram's head is, notice the weapon will turn and it's flat. It's a horizontal fist, right? The focus of the weapon when you throw it is that the focus of the strike is with these 2 first knuckles. Reason being is that the wrists, the knuckles are in line with the wrists, which is in line with the shoulders. All right. What's good about this fist is that it twerks and turns like an arrow moving through space. So you have the wrist turning action to this weapon. All right. The downside to this weapon is that whenever you turn, you expose the elbow. All right. So elbow is vulnerable, and also your midsection, rib cage, and whatever, you can become vulnerable. Right? But it's good, you'll get a lot of power from it because you have density in the arm from the twerking of the muscle. Right, now the second fist is, we call this a sun fist. It doesn't extend that far, but if you notice, you have leverage from the ground with the elbow facing downward. So you have a lifting action. So this turning action now is, you have a vertical rotation, or this way. So you can rotate it this way, or you can rotate it this way. All vertical rotation, right? So the wrist action takes place with this. If you do this and try to lift with it, you'll get a bridge, what we call a bridge punch. Some system, like the southern styles, will focus more on this way. All right? The next fist is, you'll notice the thumb is on top. All right? This fist is more like a female version of this one. It moves much faster because there's less muscles contracting in the arm. It's good for like hitting to the body. You know, you're working body shot. It travels faster. So these are your 3 weapons when you're talking about striking with your fist. You have your ram's head, sun fist, Chinese fist. Now when you have this one, notice it will turn, when you rotate this one down, you have a quicker action. Alright? This one is much stronger this way because you have more leverage coming from the ground. Elbow is down. Therefore, you'll notice that with the sun fist, I like it because your forearm, the energy in the forearm is activated. Right? This one is more of a wrist action. Right? But what's good about this is that it conditions the arms. Condition the forearms, condition the wrist. Later on we'll talk about, we'll discuss conditioning. And if you want to get full conditioning, full body conditioning, I have a video that you can click on the link below for my conditioning video. All right, go ahead and support me.